Hey y'all! Hey, listen, the devil didn't want me to go live. I am actually on the phone. I did everything that I could to go live on the computer. But you know what? What is it? Let me make sure that I go live and let my chicks know I am here. Hey y'all, what's up? See, I knew y'all was up. Come on, boss chicks, fly girls, let's get on this thing. Hey girl, hey Monisa. Hey girl. Well, listen, today y'all are in for a real treat on tonight. Man, a lot of times people are like, why are you going live so late? Because guess what? That's when my boss is. That's when y'all up. That's when you got the kids already in the bed. You know, everybody's kind of settled and you got time to think. What's up? Hey, chick. What's up? So, I hope you guys are ready for tonight. Man, this is the last public SHECave. So I'm going to give you directions on like what the next SHECave looks like. And we're going to bring you in the cave. And it's, you know, because we can't talk how we want to talk if we're all public where the guys can see and everything. But, you know, just for now, you share with your friends and your family or your potential girl bosses to let them know, listen, we are coming in the cave. I believe next week we're not going to have a SHECave because we're working on a site. This is an entire movement, y'all. So I'm working on a site. Oh, man, it's definitely bigger than I expected. Our God is really moving just in me because, again, it's 1,000 bosses, y'all. I am, my goal is 1,000 bosses. I'm talking about nationwide. It's enough money for everybody, and I'm going to give y'all the tea. Do you hear me? The tea. Hey, y'all. What's up? Hey, y'all. What's up? Hey, Rhonda. What it do, chick? Some of y'all actually stayed up tonight just to be on this thing, and it's going to be well worth your rest. I will tell you that. And it's going to be only for 1 hour. So we had some instruction on last week, in which we'll get on that in just a second. Hey guys. Hey. So if you're just new to my live, if somebody actually told you, hey, go check this thing out, who is this chick? You may be like, who is this chick? Well, listen, my name is Lavera Coleman. Again, I have birthed multiple six-figure businesses, and I have also helped multiple people, grow their six-figure businesses as well. Listen, it is, man, honestly, that's my favorite part of it. When I started my business, I had no idea that it was going to grow to this magnitude. Listen, and I'm so confident now that I will never go back to a 9-to-5 because of my skill set, because of what I learned, because of the information that I have, acquired. I know for sure that I'm not going back. And this is not to brag, you guys, but listen, I like waking up when I want to. I like being able to spend money on when I want to, but I also do it in moderation as well. So, again, yes, I am that chick. I run multiple six-figure businesses, including, you guys may know me for credit. I teach people how to improve their credit scores, and I also teach people how to start credit repair businesses from the ground up. Man, I have so many things and I also have a t-shirt line. That's what you see me with, my t-shirts. So I have multiple things that I got my hands in, and my goal is, to help women manifest their business visions. How many times have you had a great idea that you simply just could not get it out? You're like, or you feel like somebody wasn't going to support you. We've all had this where we're like, oh, we want to do this, but we're scared out of our mind and just simply don't know the steps. Listen, this whole Flyboss lifestyle, y'all, and again, I'm giving y'all the tea, but this is all about leveling up. This is all about being bossed up. This is all about being bold and in front of, you're not hiding. Because guess what? Scared money don't make no money. I'm just saying, y'all, you got to be out there. Hey, y'all, what's up? Hey, what it do, chicks? Hey, y'all. Hey, fly bosses. You better believe it. You better believe it. All right, y'all. So first of all, I wanted to give y'all that again. We do have a website that's coming soon for you guys. Y'all gonna feel real bougie, okay? We got a whole little track for you and everything. Listen, I have always wanted to slick rap, and you're gonna get a chance to get that wrap. So I'm excited about it. Like I said, this is an entire movement. I hope you guys are ready. But before we jump into, my perspective and what things we're going to talk about today, you are supposed to watch The Becoming with Michelle Obama on last week, or at least before you got to the live one today. Now, I thought that The Becoming, we were going to get a little bit more, but hey, I still was able to come up with, my angle in what she did talk about. T for the free, for the free, right? So last week we gave instruction on The Becoming. We supposed to have watched that, and I would tell you, I really honestly thought that I was going to get a little bit more from the documentary, but I did get some really, really, really awesome points from it, and we're going to talk about that on today. So if you guys had a chance to, watch it, what I want you to do is I want you to comment in the comments below. I watched it or I hadn't had a chance to watch it. Either way, you're going to get a great deal of value, because this live is not necessarily talking all about that. It's just, an open conversation that we can kind of talk about. So if you took the time out of your day, or at least during this week, to watch even a portion of it, I want you to say something in the comments. And if you didn't, and if you're just not coming on, listen, I want you to make sure you type in the comments below, where are you calling or at least looking at this live from? Are you in Memphis? Are you in Florida? Are you in, Cali? Where are you at? Where are you at? I want to know where you guys are at, because again, we have a goal of, or at least I have a goal of 1,000 bosses. And I definitely don't want them all to be in Memphis. But like I said, I'm trying to help as many people as I can boss up. Okay? Memphis, I see you, Memphis. I watched some of it. Okay. Hadn't had a chance to watch it. Well, that's all right. We're going to talk about it today. So that's definitely not a big deal on that. Let's see who else I got. All right. Hey, what's up? What it do, chicks? Hey, y'all. Memphis in the house. I see you. Listen, we got some real bosses in Memphis, y'all. Memphis, I see you, chicks. I see you, chicks. Come on, Memphis. Memphis, come through, y'all. Listen, I am, man, y'all make me so proud. Even on my timeline when I'm strolling, people are bossing up, whether you are selling hair, whether you are baking, whether you are coaching, you got your own credit repair company, tax company, whatever you are doing, cleaning company, you are bossing up, y'all. And I'm excited to see it. I just love it. I love it. I love it. And I love it when I can see brown sisters that look like me level up, because you know what, we already have a double negative. We're black, and we're a woman. They kind of count us out in that. But you know what? Listen, we're gonna have a good time on tonight. I see a man in the SHECave. No, you don't see a man in the SHECave, girl. Where you see a man? I hope ain't no men in the SHECave. You see a man? If you see a man in the SHECave, you let me know. Boom. Hey, what's up? Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. And that's why we're taking it in the cave, y'all, just to make sure, because it is public. So, sometimes they be a little curious. Maybe they looking for somebody. Maybe they trying to get them a boss. But, hey, y'all, I'm ready to boss up. Okay, chick, I see you, girl. Well, I'm going to help you boss up, and that's just real. All right, so we talked about, the biggest takeaway that I got from The Becoming, from that is the story piece. Man, I guess I didn't realize how much, and I guess you would expect that, with a woman with, again, her husband being so powerful, in a way, I didn't know that she was attacked in certain angles and different, it was wow. It was definitely a wow moment. But one thing she did talk about, and I kind of wrote my notes down as I was actually watching, the actual thing, and she said sharing someone else's story gives you perspective. So we're going to talk about that on tonight. We're going to talk about how does your story help, whether you are in business or you inspiring to become an entrepreneur. Listen, your story is going to help you make a statement online. Most times when people are purchasing from you, it's not that you have a product that is so different from someone else's. It's because your story more than likely touched them in some way. So we're going to talk about that. So point number one, if you got your pen and paper together, and we're also going to have journals for the SHECave. So we're going to have a specific journal where you can write your notes, y'all. And we're going to start the pre-list for that. So you're going to have your diamond pen and you're going to have your SHECave journal, okay? Dedicated just for writing your business notes, nothing else, okay? So, but yeah, make sure, I'm gonna get that to you guys as well. Hey, y'all. Okay. All right. Hey. All right. So first of all, sharing your story. First of all, how does sharing your story help your audience become, connected? Whether you are a hairstylist, whether you are a credit professional, whether you are baking, how does your story actually help somebody else? And just going back to every great successful person, y'all, they have a story to tell. When you think about I believe even Oprah Winfrey, I read her story where they pretty much told her like acting wasn't her thing. Now, when you think of that, it's like, what? They told Oprah that? But yeah, that was a part of her story, like somebody once counted her out, like literally like, no, this is not your thing. But, in that, she still didn't lay down to it. But that was a part of her story. Look at her now. Like, I'm talking about Oprah. You go to her show right now. You get a car. You get a car. You get a car. Everybody get a car. She on the show. Like, she is one of the most influential I got tongue tied. The most influential women that I do know and that I see. So, all right. So first of all, sharing your story, y'all, it helps your audience stay connected. So first of all, if you're selling anything and you have not yet shared your story, you don't have to give them your dirty laundry. But I'll give you an example. My story is I nearly divorced 3 years ago due to credit and financial challenges. And so most times your story leads you into your passion. And that's what happened for me. I didn't wake up last night and say, oh my God, I want to really do credit. No, my credit was shot, and it was a pain point, not just in my life, it was in my marriage, and it almost allowed me to lose nearly everything. 3 years ago, y'all, it was really rough for me. And I just thought I had to figure it out. But again, just like everything else, God has his own plan. And so most times, some of you guys have started businesses because I've seen people start skincare lines because they too had issues with their skin and they could not find products that they were able to help with their skincare. So they created something. Even with, coaching, you may have a gift. You're better than most people in certain things and you're able to give and help. Like there are different skill sets that you can have, y'all, that's going to be able to help you grow your business. So sharing your story helps your audience to trust your business fast. And this also goes back to if you want people to trust you, you got to clean that Facebook page up, okay? It starts with that personal Facebook page. That personal Facebook page is so important. I know a lot of people are like, Vera, this is my personal life, and I should be able to separate the two. But listen, on social media, that is, people like to say that, but I like to think of a personal page or a personal Facebook page. It's also free real estate where people can come and see what type of lifestyle, what kind of things you talk about, what kind of things you post about, because it's going to help them to know what type of person you are. If you are turning up and, all on your social media, especially if you're in like finances or you're just dealing with people's personal information, even if you're not, people want to know that you are a person that is serious about their business. They're consistent. And that's what we're going to talk about as well. But yeah, you want to make sure that you share your story, y'all. And how do you do that? You're like, Vera, well, no one wants to know what my story is. So I'm going to kind of give you guys a little mini guide. You're exact right. So I'm going to give you guys a mini guide on how do you go about sharing your story, or how do you go about even writing your story, because that's where it starts first. So first of all, you're going to think about what happened before. Like as far as if you're wanting to start a business, like what are you scared of? What are your fears? You're going to start there. Like even with this Flyboss brand, y'all, one of my main struggles that I struggle with that bled me into starting this whole organization is that I struggle with word expression. My fear has been where I got a great idea, but I just simply can't get it out. Like, I have been wanting to do this for years, but the fear of what if I don't get women to actually get on board, or maybe that may not be, a great, or that's just too much. So sometimes fear get in the way of you actually doing these things. So what is it before? Were you scared out of your mind? Did you count yourself out? Was it years that you're contemplating? What did that look like before you started your business? That is the before. So when you are writing your story, you're wanting to foreshadow your audience. Like, hey, what happened before? What was my feeling? And that's where writing comes in, y'all, where you just kind of jot down, like, what did I feel before I got started? First of all, before I even started Flyboss, like I said, I myself struggle with creativity and word expression. So, just trying to put my creativity together so that I can help other people was very scary. So then that is going to be the before all of this started. So think about that. Whatever happened before then, you want to make sure you jot that down. So as you are telling your story, you can foreshadow your audience as to what happened before. Because I'm telling you, when you blow up, people going to swear that you have always been there your entire life. So that's point number one when you are sharing your story, when you are writing your story. Tip number two. So first of all, what was the turning point? So like after you started your business, like what was that thing? What was that turning point that made you say, man, I'm going to move forward? And then even for me in the whole Flyboss, and I'm walking y'all through it because I'm doing the same thing. I am reinventing myself in a brand new market. Like, I'm now talking to entrepreneurs. I'm talking to women who are trying to level up and become six-figure earners and have multiple businesses. So, what was my turning point in there? First of all, my turning point was, I too had to, first of all, sit down and motivate, meditate and say, God, I know I want to do XYZ, but I have no idea where to start. And I really literally, and I know, you may not be super religious. I'm not super religious, but I do believe in God and I do talk to him. And I believe that when you give it to him, he will give you everything that you desire. I asked him for something specific. I said, God, I need creativity. I know I've not had it all my life, but I need you to give it to me in this moment, because I know what I have in me is going to bless 1,000+ people, if not more. It's going to be able to help not just women, but men too. But you guys are my targets. So, in that, y'all, you got to figure out, like, what is that turning point? What thing that, was that caused you to just say, you know what, I'm going to do it. I'm going to step out even when I don't have all the pieces. And that's another thing, trying to move when you don't have all of the pieces. I am here to tell y'all that if you are, and I was the person that wanted to be very little Miss Perfect. If I didn't have the website, if I didn't have the ad copy, if I didn't have the following, I'm not doing it. But listen, I'm telling you, it's the baby steps that matter. You got to make sure that you got to crawl before you walk. So that's the turning point portion of it. And then also, what's the aftermath? What does it look like? The aftermath for me is not only was I able to birth multiple businesses for my own, but I was able to help people, birth their own, multiple six-figure companies. And so what happens after that? And so these are the pieces that you want, because everybody wants to shop or be with people who are successful. And that's just real. They like to do what everybody else is doing. So when you're telling your story, like, what was it? Like, before I was this, and then this was my turning point. I decided that I wanted to do XYZ because I knew that I was going to be able to inspire XYZ. So listen, if you go by that small layout, and that's just basic, but I do have a actual exercise or a download that's going to be able to help you fly bosses. So you all have a new download that I'm going to drop in the comments that's going to help you be able to not only share your story, but able to find out what things you're good at. Because a lot of y'all are on this thing. You're like, Vera, I don't know what I'm good at. I know I want to be a boss. I know I want to have my own business, but I have no idea where to even start. And so that is what that's going to be for. Hey, y'all, share this video. It may be some boss chicks on your timeline that desire to let's talk boss. Let's see what type of things I got on. You say, yes, I'm tasking with names for my business. I got issues with failing and I'm working on it. Listen, you just go for it. You do a brain dump and don't worry about it. When you do a brain dump, you're literally dumping everything that you got on paper, like literally. And I had to do that. I had to do brain dumps at least 2 to 3 times a week and just pour everything out that you have in you on this sheet of paper. Because once you get it on paper, then you can organize as far as level of priority. So just do your brain dump on your potential names. What type of, and then also do your search. Make sure you're doing your search because you definitely don't want to name your business something that someone else already has. So make sure that you don't skip the research in that. Hey y'all, share this video. Come on now. Guess what I'm talking about? Okay, so that's me there. Listen, you just make sure you go after what you're chasing, y'all. Okay, bomb is on top. Okay, all right, let's see. Fear can, yep, that's it. Fear can cripple your vision. Okay, yep. So what's holding you guys back from starting your businesses? Before I move on to my next point, if it's fear, man, I'm gonna tell you, that's one thing that, you know, when I had that I too was fearful. Even in all of my success, y'all, I still get fearful. And I'm going to tell you right now, everything that you do, if your vision, if your vision is not, if it does not scare you, it is not big enough. Okay. So just the idea of I am going to birth thousands and thousands of women. Not only that, but we're going to be in one place. We're going to potentially have a retreat. We're going to have a whole entire platform where women can come and be empowered. That's the vision. And that's scary. But I know for sure that, you know, I'm taking the baby steps because, man, I mean, that's so far from what I can even imagine. But I know in my heart that this is definitely where God has called me to be. I'm for real. This is in these type of settings is where I am the most comfortable because I can't believe it, y'all. I'm still like, man, the amount of money that I make, you know, the blessings that God keep doing for me. It's like, man, this is amazing. But I am still humble in it because, man, I feel like I was just working a job. So you still catching me on the way up. I'm on the way up, y'all. Even I'm always looking for more ways of making money. So if you can type in the comments, what's stopping you from starting your business? Is it fear? Is it, you know, you're scared that people are not going to support you? Is it knowledge? Is it resources? Like, what is it? I want you to type down in the comments. That way I can address some of those things and have some Me Too moments, y'all. That's for real. Hey, girl. Hey, what's up, chick? Hey. All right. So first of all, and the second thing from the actual becoming that I got is, man, pushing through. Sometimes when you are in business, when you're starting a business, y'all, you pushing through is really hard. Even going back to Michelle Obama, she said that she wanted to go to Princeton. And in that, Princeton, you know, one of her teachers kind of giggled, like, no, you're not going to Princeton. Like, so in that, like, think about it, y'all. How many times has somebody, you know, dummied down your dreams, or you went to somebody and they kind of giggled in their, sometimes they giggle in your face, or you feel like they giggle in their mind and they like, did he just count me out, or did she just count me out? Listen, I know for me, if you're not careful, when you get that feeling, you want to just naturally prove those people wrong, and it becomes a pride issue. And that's what happened for me. You know, I went through so much rejection when I was coming up that I took that as, you know, I was told that I would not be nothing more than a person that lays on her back and have babies. But they were so wrong. And before, when I got my own and I began to strive for my goals, I had a real, I was salty about that. Michelle Obama said she was salty about the fact that person kind of giggled and counted her out. And I began to chase that I am going to show them that I'm more than XYZ. And in that, if you're not careful, it becomes pride. And man, when my pastor preached on that portion of it, some things that we don't even know there's pride issues, just the idea of being able or wanting to, I'm going to prove them wrong. It may not be coming from a good place. So man, pushing through sometimes is a little bit harder than what we think, because it's all mental as well. So I'm going to give you guys some points and some resources that you're going to be able to help you pull through. All right. I was told by one of my teachers in college I would never pass my respiratory therapist boards, and I'm 6 years in and forced to be reckoned with. So listen, and you were valedictorian. Let's be clear. You were valedictorian over your entire class. So that is a big deal. So that person right there, to be able to look in them and say, hey, listen, I know that you thought that I wasn't going to pass XYZ, but now that I'm the valedictorian, you're able to, man, that type of stuff. But if you wouldn't have pushed through, sometimes when folks, if the right people say it, we actually believe them. The devil don't care who he use. He'll use your mama. He'll use your auntie, your cousins, your spouse, all of that to try to get to you. So I'm here to tell you guys that you got to be careful who you cast your vision to sometimes, because they count you out. They do. And when they count you out, you naturally have, you want to prove them wrong. I too wanted to prove them like I am going to be all that I can be. I'm going to be this huge businesswoman. I'm going to have multiple streams. I'm going to show them that I'm going to be all that I can be. But again, I had to reel it on back and be like, you know what, Vera? Now I'm really doing it, because when you're really doing it for the right reasons, and when you're doing it for God, it's a different type of fruit that come from that. And that's just real. So pushing through, y'all, I wanted to talk about this. So I'm going to ask you guys, have you ever been counted out? Did somebody ever tell you that you weren't going to make it, or that you weren't going to do XYZ? Or if you cast your vision to them and they was like, she ain't finna do that, or she ain't consistent enough to be that way. Well, listen, you got to prove them wrong, okay? Consistency in your business is what's going to get people to trust you. And that's again. All right. So which leads me to my next point. Okay. All right. Hold on. Let me make sure sometimes self can get in the way. You better believe it. I'm telling you, self can always get in the way. What you tell yourself really do matters. And that's just, man, that is it. So first of all, when you are pushing through, what type of things that help you get through? Because not all of us have people who we can go and talk to, or we can cast the vision to, and they are clapping for us. Sometimes, the people who you think that you're casting the vision to, you think they understand, but those are the same ones who are really, thinking that we can't do it, or, oh, it's going to be a matter of time that, she pretty much give up. So what type of, what are you pouring into yourself? So when you don't have the person to go to, what else can you do? So for me, that became personal development. What type of personal development are you doing? What type of books are you reading, or are you reading any books? Man, before I really dived deep and wanted to become the businesswoman that I am, I never read books, because it was just one of those things. They always said, if you want to hide something from a person, or a black person at that, put it in a book. And it's so true, because I did not read a book. So what type of information are you pouring into yourself? What type of videos are you watching? I cannot tell you when's the last time I have watched a real movie outside of Becoming, because I knew I had told you guys to watch that. But I really do not spend a lot of time watching movies or TV, because I've always been chasing the goal. That's an issue too. because I'm always chasing a goal, sometimes it's hard for me to celebrate. I don't know if y'all had the same issue. Have you ever had that issue before? But celebrating is so very needed, because if you're constantly running a race, you're just, oh, I'm chasing, I want to make 10K a month. When you make 10K a month, you're like, oh yeah, that's done. Next. No, you got to stop and celebrate. Like, me and my husband both have a hard time celebrating, and you got to make sure that you stop and celebrate. But going back to personal development, what are you reading? I'm going to give y'all some books that I recommend to you guys. The first one is going to be Atomic Habits. First of all, Atomic Habits blessed my life. Why? Because I lack consistency in my life for a very long time, and I still struggle with this. I mean, getting up early in the morning. I'm a late night owl, okay? I am sometimes up 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, working on things. I get a lot of stuff done at night. But those habits, even the habits of working a portion of your business each and every day. Some of you guys, y'all want the business, but y'all have not done any research. Y'all have not, did the part that doesn't even require any type of investing. It only required your mindset and your time. If you can set aside X amount of time to figure out, okay, well, I want to do this, and this. Because honestly, that part of it cannot be skipped. This prevents you from wasting money and wasting your time. Because how many of us have started businesses who, when we finally was able to do them, we didn't enjoy them? So Atomic Habits is one that's going to get you consistent. I listen to my books on Audible. I cannot sit and physically read a book, y'all. When I'm cleaning up, it's in my ear. But Atomic Habits is going to talk about, first of all, it takes 28 days for things to become a habit, whether you're trying to work out, whether you're trying to eat right, whether you're trying to work on your business, whatever it is. Atomic Habits is going to be able to help you. It is amazing. It's an amazing book. It has really changed me and my house. And I encourage you guys to get that Audible book. You don't necessarily have to get the physical book. Like I said, I have the book, but I want it at church. That's the only reason I got a physical copy. If I can sit down and read a book, oh, I really done made it, because I am reading all of my books or listening to my books via audio. But I will tell you that, every now and again, you want to jot down some things that they kind of mention. You may have to go back and rewind them. But as you're, driving in the car, I don't listen to the regular radio. I don't need it. I can be listening to something that's going to be able to pour into me. And that's what I'm listening to. When I am cleaning up, I am listening to personal development. Sometimes, ladies, you got to steal this time, because if you have kids, you feel like, man, I don't have time to do X, Y, Z. But what are you doing in between time? You need to be able to be doing these things while you're working, while you're this. If you're cooking, you're listening to this. Or if you are driving, you're doing this. If you're cleaning up, you're doing this. And you can all be listening to it, instead of just trying to read a physical book, because that's hard. I understand. As moms, we wear many hats. Or just women in general. We are entrepreneurs, we're wives, we're mothers, sisters, cousins. We're doing everything and trying to still be sane. So the Audible is the best option for me. Now, the second book I'm going to recommend to you guys is Story Brand. Story Brand is amazing. It really, really, really did some amazing things for my business. And it's going to help you map out that storyline. Like, how do you tell your story? You're not going to give too much, because some of your story, people don't really, just the blueprint of it. They don't need to really, how they say, not everybody can take your full testimony, but just the, hey, I just tell people, like, me and my husband nearly divorced, 3 years ago. But, that's enough to say, oh my God, like, me and my husband may have went through similar situations for other people when they hear that. So just, it's going to help you map out that story. And that's really one that I highly recommend. And it's also on Audible. They do have a workbook. Once you download the Audible, you get access to the Story Brand. I think it's like the blueprint. where you can go in and print off the copies of it. And I recommend that, because if you're doing a brainstorming session, you know, as you're organizing information, it just makes sure that you only do those things once. And you're going to tell your story in different ways. How you tell your story on social media versus how you tell your story in person are going to be different. Social media just needs the, you know, the basics, but you may get in front of, you know, small girls, and you want to, you know, share your story. So you have different angles, and that's pretty much what that book allows you to do. Okay. All right, let's see what we got, y'all. I hope y'all are getting some value out of this thing. I'm excited. Y'all are on fire today. I see y'all are still chiming in. Y'all are sharing the video with all your folks, and I'm hoping you guys are getting a great deal of value. I feel like I'm spitting some information to y'all, because these are things that really truly help me get to the next level, and it starts with your mindset first. So in that, also learning how to monetize everything you do. So first of all, what things are you good at that, what things do you do better than most people? Okay. So I see a lot of people like, hey, I want to help all of my people, you know, just giving out information. Listen, learning how to monetize, because information or just knowledge in general, y'all, is so very important. If you started a cupcake company, or a food truck, listen, just the idea, once you go through the process, now you're trying to figure out, how do I teach people how to do what I just did? And, you know, this right here, this right here, y'all, this is so important. Learning to monetize everything you do. This is how you walk away from your 9-to-5 job. Like, literally. I'm now in a new market. I would tell you my first day of, I sold a vendor list. Okay. I went out and I found some of the top vendors. And I also make sure that, you know, that I give you guys just exclusively to this live. If you are on this live, I'm going to give you guys a coupon code where, if you have been trying to start you a business, whether you have been looking for credible vendors, I am going to be able to allow you to get hold of that list and make money right away. I've had people make thousands of dollars just on their first day from the pre-sales that they've gotten. So listen, my folks, again, it's 1,000 bosses. So I'm going to have something for you. I'm going to go ahead and drop it in the comments, because again, that's important. Learning how to monetize, and also knowing that, let's say, for instance, you start selling slides. Slides may not be your thing that you're doing forever. You're just starting to sell slides to fund your true dream of, you know, wanting to be a hairstylist, you know. And I'll share my story. Before I got, you know, really heavy invested in my businesses, y'all, I taught couponing classes. $20 a head. No more than 20 people a month, where I can only pay for my rent every single month. That's it. That's all I wanted. And so sometimes you got to embark on something with the goal of, listen, this is not going to be my stopping point, but this is something that's going to get my feet wet. Because when you start your own business, or just start selling something, period, your very first thing that you do, y'all, it's going to give you enough confidence to for you to do whatever you want in life. When I first of all sold that first ticket to my couponing class, it gave me the confidence to say, you know what, I know I can do this. I was already an AT&T sales rep selling cell phones, but even in that, you still feel like, if you're in an environment where they're providing you leads, you still don't feel like, oh, well, I'm going to be able to make an entire living where I'm totally dependent on me. But you know, that allows you to get your feet wet. So start with something small, whether you are good at baking, whether you want to sell slides, if you want to, you know, sell hair, you know, and that's what that vendor list, it has over 300 plus vendors. Just see what type of influence you have. Some of y'all got some real influence. People are waiting on y'all to do something. People are waiting to pull their debit cards out to support you in some way. Some of y'all got some gifts in y'all that you are not using. Okay. So in that, you got to learn how to monetize every single thing that you do. Ain't nothing, yeah, you give it out for free, and again, but your main goal is to make sure that you're nurturing your audience and that you're giving value so that when you do put something out there that you want them to purchase, guess what? It's a no-brainer because you've already done that portion of it. So, and that's free, y'all. Y'all got some free stuff. And I've also pinned it. So again, this is it only stays available on tonight. It will expire. So I'm gonna tell y'all that vendor list is normally where people split it up. I know if y'all bought a vendor list before, you probably bought one that had hair, one that bought that had designer clothing, one that had kids clothing. But listen, it has it all in one list for a very affordable rate. So I want you to make sure you take advantage of that because I want you to be the best version of yourself. And again, my goal is not to make a huge profit in this. It's just simply to make sure that I'm pouring into you guys. And that's for real. As I get the information, I'm going to share it. I'm paying hundreds and thousands of dollars for these things to come and bring it to you guys for a portion of that. Okay. All right. So that goes back to my third point, y'all. So first of all, let's talk about sacrifices. This is going to be a big one. What type of sacrifices are you making? You say you want to start a business, but you eating crab legs, you haven't started working on your credit, like you're not reading any type of, personal development. Like what type of sacrifices are you making, Flyboss? Listen, Flybosses, guess what? We are dreamers. We're dreamers. We're self-motivated, okay? We're fearless. We're bold. We're not behind the scenes. So guess what? We're confident and we're expressive. So what I need you to do is I need you to get used to making sacrifices, okay? All right, so sacrifices. All right, so tell me this. When's the last time have you poured into yourself? Were you taking time out of your day to say, I am going to build a skill. I'm going to do X, Y, Z, okay? And if that has not happened, you got to steal time. When I worked a job, y'all, every day when I got off work, I spend at least an hour and a half building myself. And that time was not when I first got off because, when you first getting off, you got to get the kids ready for school. Ready for bed. You got to cook them something. So my time was between 10 to 12 a.m. at night. So that was my time. What did I do? I spent time when I had my credit repair clients when I first got started. I was digging into, different files. I was trying to figure out, I was strengthening my processes. I was reading books. I was, listening to audios. Like all of those things happened during that 10 to 12 a.m. And sometimes I went over, but I at least spent at least that time every single day building myself. And so if you do that, y'all, if you do that for, I wouldn't even say 7 days a week, although I did 7 days a week. You do 5 days a week. If you took 1 hour a day building yourself, that is 5 hours that you have poured into yourself. Don't you know what? It only takes me about 10 to 15 minutes to write one email. So if you have a business or whatever, the planning and the preparation is so very important. Most times, consumers or people, well, first of all, business owners are not successful because they don't prepare. Like they just want to get up. Even me, y'all, I had to prepare to talk to you guys. Okay. I just didn't get up and say, you know what, I'm going to just use no, I too had to prepare. And so, in this, and I'll share with y'all, my head hurting so bad right now. It is hurting so bad, but guess what? I am making a sacrifice because sometimes it's not even about you. It is not even about you. It's not about me. It's about, what this information is going to do to my following and to my fly bosses. It is bigger than myself. And so I just wanted to share with you guys, I don't feel my best. Like my head is hurting. I have migraines at times. But guess what? I still am not going to cheat myself or you guys because I have a gift. And that's just real. So first of all, have you invested in you? I did say that. Have you been a master of your craft? If you are a hairstylist, what are you spending your time? Are you spending your hour and a half, perfecting your feed-in braids? Or, you're working on, your twist out. So whatever that you're doing, are you a master of your craft? Even in credit repair, I'm always looking for, ways of how do I clean up this type of information? What type of strategies is this? Like, you have to always be learning. You're not going to know everything. And, but you got to keep moving. You got to keep learning. Never be arrogant to what you're doing. There are always people who are in a higher position. If you want to, and I'll tell y'all this, and that's the great thing about being, purchasing a book. You know, you don't really have to, have to worry about messaging a person or that person that wrote that book. Just go buy their book. And it's like you're spending personal time with them. You know, I love, Grant Cardone, his 10X rule. And he pretty much talked about like not having the victim mindset. Like you control every bit of it. And that's just how I look at things. Like you're spending time with those people who are writing those books. So you don't necessarily have to be where they are. You just, you know, if they're writing, if they've wrote a book, make sure you purchase it. The book may not be but $27, but the information that you're getting in the book is going to change your life. So it's just a mindset shift, sis. Okay. All right. So, also, like, if you are in business and you have not started building your credit, so that is so very important, y'all. And your credit is one that you're definitely going to need. If you are building your credit, and I'm going to give y'all an example while I got you on here. Hold on. I'm going to give y'all something. Where's my card at? What's up, chicks? Hey, I hope you guys are getting value from this. If you are, say, I'm getting value. I was trying to look for, I think it's, I don't even know where it's at. But pretty much what I was going to show you guys, where is it? Here it is. All right, I want y'all to see this, y'all. This is a credit card, and this goes back to like taking care of your credit. All right. So first of all, if let's say for instance you're purchasing, or you're at least you're thinking about buying slides. First of all, I don't care who buying slides right now. Everybody's selling out because it's a top product. But the problem is that people don't have enough capital. Capital is enough money for them to invest in a large amount of the product so that they can sell more. Okay. So think about this, y'all. This credit card here, has $25,000 in available credit. Okay. $25,000. So if I wanted to, I can go and I can purchase, listen, all the slides, like just load it up. And I know that I'm going to sell it and get my money back from it. So this right here allows me to not, I don't have to have a single dime physically in my checking account. But if I got credit, now I'm able to put the capital up or just the money up for me to purchase a heavy amount of a product. You know, like I said, everybody's selling out of these slides, but they're only able to buy maybe 50 to 100 versus thousands. And then, you know, pretty much, and just making a huge profit from it. So your credit is going to be something that is so very important, especially if you're not, because you don't want to have to use every dime that you spend. It should not be the money that you are working hard. This is an example of you putting the money up and, you know, you allowing your money is working for you pretty much. You know, you're using the credit, which is somebody else's money, to fund your business. And then the sales that you get from it, you're able to not only pay, I'm going to make more than even if I max that card out at $25,000, which I don't recommend. But by the time I've been and sold the slides, I would have had enough to pretty much pay that plus have a profit. So that is why building your credit is so very important, you guys, because you're able to use somebody else's money. Okay. So if you have not started building your credit, listen, I have something for you guys too. I have a do-it-yourself course that is coming on May the 22nd, and pre-sale has already started. You guys, for being on this live, you get it for 50% off. And again, it means you can do it yourself. A lot of times people like to work on their own credit, but they have no idea where to even start. You know, a lot of times you're thinking, I need to just dispute everything. No, no, no. Listen, there's some things that simply need to be repaired, and there's some things that you just that needs to be gone. And then also you need some rebuilds. So it's going to give you pretty much the full package and being able to, you know, for you to work your own credit. But again, this is going to require a great deal of consistency from you, because, you know, anybody can start the process. It is the consistent part that gets the things off the credit report. Okay. So we're going to drop the link. And again, I got something for you guys. And this is 50% off, and the actual course, it's a 6-month access course. Okay. And also you get 6 months of access. Okay. So I'm going to drop that in the comments so you can have that for you guys. But then also I'm going to move on to what's stopping you from starting your business. So now that you have all the information, you have to own your own success. And do you have the victim mindset? The whole thing about, the reason why I can't start this business is because I don't have money. Well, if that's the case, start with the things that don't require money, that only require your mindset. You know, once you get those things down, then you can begin to look at, how do I create more income in my budget? Do I actually pay for things that really can go away? Because some of us out here eating crab legs. Crab legs is not cheap, y'all. If you can afford crab legs, you can start you a business. And I'm just being real. I'm just being real, sis. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just saying, for a very long time, you know, I believe when I first started my business, I was $6,000 in credit debt. Okay. That means that my credit cards was maxed out. I literally only paid the minimum balance every single month. And with you doing that, y'all, it does nothing for your actual amount. Like, because each and every month is added additional interest, like, you feel like your credit card balances is not doing anything. So there's some real sacrifices even in that has to happen, because you got to let some stuff go. Y'all see my nails? And, you know, I love my nails, but for a very long time, I let them go, because I got things that I'm working on that's greater than my nails. Now, when it's time for me to, you know, pull up with a photo shoot or whatever, you know, whatever you got to do, they got some real nice press-ons that you can use for one day or whatever. You don't necessarily have to have a whole lot of money for that. But listen, whatever you got to do sacrifice-wise, you do it. And even to myself, I still make sacrifices. And because I operate, me and my husband have this thing where we operating like you broke. When you operating like you broke, y'all, there is nothing that, you know, you're not complacent. You know, at one point in my business, I got complacent where, you know, $10K a month, I was comfortable with it. You know, and I stopped chasing, you know, what I had going. But now I'm like, I want more. And that's when I got really hungry. So what sacrifices are you making? Or what are you reading? If you are not making sacrifices, I'm going to challenge you, whether it's with your money, whether it's with your time, whether it's, you know, with God, whatever it is, you have to make sacrifices in order for you to be, be successful in your business. Also, not having the victim mindset, like you control everything, like, and that's what Grant Cardone talked about in the book. You know, not having the, you know, victim mentality. You control everything that happens to you. Like, I think in the book he said that someone hit him in the back, like ran in the back of him, with his car. With their car, of course. And so normally when somebody run in the back of you, you like, man, they were at fault. But no, not for Grant Cardone. He felt like, well, maybe if I would have got up a little bit earlier, this XYZ. So it's like having a different type of mindset is going to wire you a little bit different. It's going to make you go after what you desire a lot more harder than you just, okay, well, I'm not starting this business because every time I've had some people who, you know, they're trying to get started, but it's a man that's stopping them. You know, it's like, man, my guy friend, he's not working. I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to, you know, I can't do this. Well, listen, sis, there's some things that you can do that does not require you to have a dime in your pocket. So make sure you focus on those things first. There's a lot of free information, even just in this portion. I just gave a lot of free information out. And then also even on YouTube. YouTube will be your best friend. Everything you can think of is on YouTube, on Google as well. So there are a lot of free information that are out there. Even when you're starting your business, your EIN number is free. So don't let nobody tell you that it costs you money to get your EIN. It is completely free. Now, when you start registering like for DBA and all of that, yes, that costs. But you can kind of ride out a sole proprietorship for at least your first year being in business. So no worries about that. Do the stuff that does not require you to make a lot of money. For you to put any money in there. So we're going to talk about online business presence, because that's the thing I told you that I would talk to you guys about. First of all, what does it take for you to have an online your online presence, or social proof, we like to call it. So first of all, you got to be consistent. Some of you guys are not consistent at what you do. If you are a hairstylist, I should not be on your page and stroll down 7, 8, 9 posts and I still cannot see that you are a hairstylist. I should be able to very quickly visit your Facebook page and know what you do. At the top of every Facebook page, there's a cover photo, okay? The cover photo should have something, whether it's your company's logo, whether it has some type of call to action, what type of website you want them, to visit. And Canva, you can start on Canva. Canva is completely free. They have a paid version, but that is where you can create professional looking, cover photos for yourself. And you don't have to spend a whole lot of, money on photos. If you got an iPhone, listen, take you a photo, out and about, dress up, put your makeup on, whatever you got to do to look the part. And, you upload that photo. On the paid version of Canva, you can even take the background out. And so I will have a course that shows you how to go about doing that. But that portion of it, that's the stuff that doesn't require a lot of effort. You just got to get up every day. I get up every day, y'all. Look, it is 11 something. It's 12 o'clock at night. And I actually have on lashes. I have on, makeup. But it's because I am being intentional. And that's the thing. Being intentional. When you are posting content, when you are creating and building value in your following, you have to be intentional. You have to be intentional in your postings. If you are a hairstylist, people should see some type of tutorials on you. They should see photos of different types of styles. If you are a nail tech or whatever, we should see some photos of somebody sporting, or at least hands on there that's showing us some of your work. People like to see you in action. If you can get some off guard photos and you're like, man, I ain't got nobody to take my photos, get you a tripod or a ring light, and you prop that bad boy up and you can record while you are working. So people love supporting people that are, posting, or at least showing them the behind the scenes. Okay. That was a nugget. Y'all welcome. Yeah, that was for the free. Okay. Also, like when you're posting with intention, what type of things are you posting? First of all, people love to be inspired. So usually at the beginning of each day, you can post a quote. Before you begin intentionally posting, I would say you need to figure out what is your target audience. Who are you targeting? If you are a hairstylist and you are creating units, you may be targeting somebody like me. Business women, first of all, we spend money all year, not just during tax time. So you may be targeting, me. What does that look like? What type of things do I like? First of all, I like things about beauty. I love like personal development books, things of that nature. I also like to be fly. So, you're posting things that would appease to a busy professional. I'm also busy. So if you make things simple for me, like, man, this is step 1, this is step 2, this is step 3. I really honestly don't like to think about that type of stuff. But, if you give me the steps, it makes it much easier as a business professional to shop your services, okay? So knowing who your target audience is so very critical, because it helps you to know what type of content that you are creating. It doesn't matter when you're creating targeted content, it's going to naturally catch the people who you're not targeting. Just even in my target is bold, ambitious, and inspiring entrepreneurs who are, looking to manifest their business visions. My vision is going to catch people who are not ambitious. It may catch them in a way where it makes them want to be. So you got to make sure you're targeting a certain person, or at least a type of person, and you naturally get people who want to be that. Like, everybody wants to be able to buy units throughout the year. They may want to, be able to do certain things. So you want to create an entire atmosphere for those people. So that's it. Identifying your target audience, and then also before you knowing what you need to post. So I'm going to give y'all 4 things, like 4 kind of ideas of posting, so it will help you guys in your posting. Now, first of all, early in the morning, when people, anywhere between 6 to 9 a.m., y'all, people love to see words that's going to be able to inspire them. That means that when they wake up, when they open their eyes and they see words that inspire, like, you go, girl. Today is going to be amazing because this, and also what you can do is you can Google these things. If you know your target audience, you'll say words that inspire business women. Like, if that's your target audience. So make sure that you're Googling that so that you'll know what words speak to that specific audience. I say you want to post 4 times a day. So, and being intentional in your posting, you got to make sure that you are posting at least 4 times a day. Sometimes you can do it more than that, but 4 times a day is going to, be where you're at least, you got to be in their chair. Whatever you do, whether you're a nail tech, whether you're a hairstylist, whether you're a credit repair professional, you got to be in their chair. If I ask you right now, who does lash? You got a person for me. If I ask you who does lawn care, you got a person for me. Or who sells who sells AirPods? You got somebody for me at all time, okay? So that's it. You got to make sure that you're working hard to get in your followers their chair. So when someone posts a status on Facebook, my favorite post is who does credit. My folks tagging me. They already know. Lavera Coleman, Chris Coleman, Coleman Financial's Credit Repair. They're already plugging me because I'm in their credit repair chair. Some of them may not even be my clients, but I've done such a great job in making sure that I take care of those people and creating value in them. They feel comfortable recommending me. And so that has to be you. Whatever you're doing, you got to be in their chair for them to recommend your services. If I say if somebody say who has childcare provider services, I got a person that I'm dropping. I may have multiple people that I'm dropping, but yeah, you want to be that person. So, because that's free advertisement. When someone says who does this and they're tagging your name, and if enough people tag their name, they're going naturally to the person who's tagged the most. And if they go to your Facebook page and they see, a picture of you interacting with the kids, they kind of see the center and everything. Listen, they're going to know that you're serious about your business and that you're not just part-time keeping kids. Okay, y'all welcome. That was free too. But yeah, then also they like pictures working. So working photos, working behind the scenes. If you are a hairstylist, you're taking off guard photos, and that will be for you to get a tripod for you to set to the side, and you can set a timer for you to take you a picture, or you can record. That's something else where you can use those photos in your postings. Again, that's working photos. Lifestyle pics, when you're out, listen, you're maximizing everything, and you're captioning. Captioning is so very important. I used a photo of my mom and myself, I think on Instagram, where I pretty much said that, man, our goal is, moments like this, like family moments like this is what our goal is. Better, I think I said better credit, the better, the higher the credit, no, the better the credit, the bigger the smiles. So they had nothing to do with, you know, the photo itself didn't have anything to do with credit, but I made it about credit. So just learning how to capture those, you know, moments and being able to use different photos. When you're taking photos, if you're doing a photo shoot, you're not posting all the photos at one time, y'all. You got to make sure you give people the drip them slow. You know, don't give them everything that they got. You know, you've never seen all of my pictures all at one time. Why? Because, you know, you want to be able to, you know, to give small bursts, and that's going to help you create more content. Don't give them all the tea all at one time. Okay. Also, words that inspire your audience. So that's going back to the Googling, you know, whether you have to, you know, put yourself on, the you know, the flyers and different things like that. You are the expert. Become the expert. Take over your city. Whatever you're doing, make sure you become the governor of your the commissioner, whatever. You own it. You are people know me here in Memphis, and I still feel like not every single person knows me. So that's my goal. You know, when you think Coleman Financial's Credit Repair, or when you think Flyboss Lifestyle, you're going to think about Lavera Coleman, and that's what the goal. You're going to think about, you know, this chick right here. She has multiple six-figure businesses, and she's passionate about helping other people. So that's pretty much, I'm giving you guys the vision. You are walking the walk with me, and that's really what I do have. And so, but that's it, y'all. I know we kind of ran over, 15 minutes over. It was an hour and 15 minutes. I had a lot of fun. I felt like there was a lot of information packed into this thing. Remember, there was some links that was dropped that only will be available by end of today, and they will actually go back to regular price. The do-it-yourself course is 50% off, and it is a pre-sale. It releases on May the 22nd. You guys will be able to have letters provided in the actual course. It's going to have the step-by-step instruction. And then also, you know, the laws, what things protect you as a consumer when you are disputing. So you have a great deal of knowledge when it comes down, you know, to that, and creating the flow of what things you need to be working on for your credit. Also, I provided the vendor list. Listen, if you have any type of hustle in your body, if you feel like you or you want to see or challenge your hustle, get this vendor list, y'all. This is the beginning point. Again, once you sell one thing, it's going to give you enough confidence in doing whatever you want. Some of y'all are scared because you don't even know if you can do it. Find out if you can do it first, okay? Find out if you can do it. That is so very critical. That's important, you guys. Well, now you got more in you. Now you got more in you for us. Yes. The SHECave is on fire, y'all. Listen, I hope you guys have gotten a great deal of value. Again, make sure you share this video, because again, man, there are so many women who have ideas, who desire to manifest their business vision, yet they lack the confidence or at least the resources to be able to do so. So again, the SHECave, we're going in the cave. Next week, we're not going to have a SHECave. Again, the website is being worked on for you guys. Again, the website is being worked on for you guys, and there are going to be a great deal of downloads available for you guys. Hold on, let me see if I got, I already got my download from tonight. Okay, come on, chick. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Boss up. It's something about when you are wanting to boss up and yet you're taking action. That says a lot about you. All right, so let's talk about what's next for the Flyboss. So first of all, Flyboss, what are the next steps, you guys? First of all, again, we're creating an entire platform for you guys. Our goal is to be able to create an interactive setting where it's just not me talking, because this is not about me. We're going to take it into the cave where you guys can be able to, you know, actually, you know, show your cameras and actually have a conversation, you know, bring different topics. And then also, even with your SHECave journal, you'll be able to write what type of things you do have, or that you're struggling with, you know, email marketing campaign. We're looking, you know, to get down to that portion of it. If you struggle with, you know, creating your ebook or whatever it is that you have, there are going to be professionals in this group that's going to be able to bless your life. And so that's, like I said, it's not about me. It is an entire movement. It is an entire movement. It is girl bosses or just fly bosses in general. We can have it all. We can be a mom. We can be an entrepreneur. We can, do the things that people say that we can't, all while still being fly. And that's for real. That's real solid. We can do it in a professional way. We don't have to show all our cleavage. We don't have to do anything. We can still be classy. And that is one thing we're going to. Now, this whole movement is not for everybody. It's only for the bold. It's only for the women who are ready to truly level up. There is a great deal of accountability that comes with being in this group setting, but it's going to bless your life. If you do not have a coach, if you do not have an accountability partner, then more than likely your business is not moving at a level that it's supposed to move in. Why? Because you are trusting only yourself. And when you trust yourself, only you, if you are the only person that can make decisions, you have probably told yourself, oh, I ain't gonna do that. Or you push something backward. Okay, well, I'll focus on that another time. But if you have a true accountability partner, you're able to push yourself in areas that you never imagined. And as a result, you'll be able to, to see the fruit from it. You'll be able to walk away from your 9 to 5. You'll see yourself being able, being a single mom of 4 or 5 children, of, only being a full-time entrepreneur at whatever. You are creating or making your passion into your full-time business. Some of y'all have some passions that you can do it on the side, but you're scared to do it full-time. But listen, I'm challenging you to make sure that you are taking actionable steps to do just that. Let's see what else. Blessings continue to you and your family. Oh, well, thank you so much. My notebook is full. All right. I'm ready. Okay. All right. This is good. And I thank you. I thank you guys for just simply, coming on. Again, it's one of those things where it's not even about me. I am trusting that God is going to give me the vision for this. And I have, just my creativity has been unlocked just from this. I told you guys I lack creativity so much. And in this, the last 6 months or so, God has really opened it up for me to be able to give a lot more. And really talk about it. When you are awesome, when you are great, but you can't talk about it, man, that's the worst feeling. Like that is a feeling that, man, you like, man, I wish that I can express X, Y, Z. Man, I've helped so many people indirectly and directly. People have, come to me and say, hey, Vera, I've been watching your page, or I've used some information that you've given. And so they told me, like, man, Vera, you have more influence and you need to make sure that you're pushing these women, because sometimes, like I said, it takes that extra push for you to see a great deal of success, because you got to get out your own way. And sometimes you got to hear from somebody else. Man, and I do know what it means to be a true entrepreneur, mom, all of that. And then also trying to be a wife. That's just a whole nother issue. You're trying to be a wife and you're trying to maintain all of these hats. So I have, I've mastered it, and I'm still getting better at it. Each and every day I get better, and I'm celebrating. I'm just challenging myself. Who was I yesterday? And am I better today than I was yesterday? And that's really what it's about. So next week, we're going to skip the SHECave on next week, starting on I think it's the 27th, that Thursday following that. We will have a place where you guys, an entire group, where you guys can come to and share your business ideas. And let me tell y'all this is not a place where, this is a safe zone. This is not for somebody to come and they're spying and trying to steal ideas. Listen, Fly Bosses, we have our own creativity. We bring our own value. We don't need to try to steal anybody else's idea. And you got to find your own angle, because sometimes, we prematurely take other people's ideas because we don't feel like God is going to give us our own idea. So this is definitely not the place for that. There will be some people that's kicked out, I'm sure, but hopefully we don't have that issue. But I want to let you know right now that we're not doing that, because Fly Bosses, man, we rise to the occasion. We are bold. We are creative. We are self-motivated, and we don't tolerate no mess. This is not for no messy type stuff. This is for the bosses, okay? This is boss talk, okay? This is for my chicks. Oh man, oh Jesus. That's this. I'm just gonna spit one of my verses to y'all guys. Like I'm so excited, y'all. One of my lines that I got for y'all. Let me see which one I'm gonna give them. Which verse I'm gonna give y'all real quick. Just okay. People waiting on you, sis. Hold up. Let me go out here and spit the little sound. Let me spit it to y'all. Okay. All right. Y'all ready? Y'all ain't ready, y'all. Hey girl, what's up, chick? Hey. This is for my fly bosses, okay? This for the y'all. I've always wanted to rap, y'all, but this my stuff, okay? All right, so this is my way of being able to rap about you guys, okay? Hey, what's up, chick? Yeah, you ready? Are you ready? Listen. Wait a minute. Flyboss chick, I see $1 million in your future. Staying blessed, no stress, cashing checks. Yeah, that is your future. Flyboss chick, I see $1 million in your future. Staying blessed, no stress, cashing checks. Yeah, that is your future. Now let that manifest. See, listen, they say a boss is not a boss until she put a boss on. Making money, make money. That's the Fly Boss song. Wasn't raised in riches. Had to get it out the mug. Never ran from a struggle. Never ran from a fight. This is a whole entire movement. This the fight of all fights. From selling your product to growing your business to saving your coins and building your digits. This the people waiting on you, sis. Hold on, somebody, wait a minute, who got the angry face up? Wait a minute. Somebody got the angry face up? Hold up, who is this? Oh, that's Monzy. Monzy. What's up, Monzy? I don't know. People waiting on you, sis. Great. See, wait a minute, she threw me off with that, y'all. Hey, y'all. I hope y'all ready. Hold up, wait a minute. Oh, okay. All right, so, hold up, baby. Wait a minute. Hey, y'all. So that messed me up. Monzy messed me up, y'all. She messed me up. I'ma start over. All right. They say a boss is not a boss until she put a boss on. Making money, make money. That's the Fly Boss song. Wasn't raised in riches. Had to get it out the mud. Never ran from a struggle. Never ran from a fight. This is a whole entire movement. This the fight of all fights. From selling your product to growing your business to saving your coins and building your digits. People waiting on you, sis. People waiting on you, sis. Girl, that's crazy, y'all. I just had a brain. People waiting on you, sis. Hold up. People waiting on you, sis. But don't laugh at me, y'all. I told y'all I've been trying to rap, y'all. People waiting on you, sis. That's all right. I'm gonna give y'all that part. But y'all get the idea. I got the rest of it. I just had a brain fart. But I hope y'all ready. This is an entire movement. We are serious about this thing. And then, like I said, it's not about me. It is about this entire movement. I hope y'all are ready for the next level because I got something extremely exciting for you guys. We're gonna have a whole platform for you guys. But I hope you all had a great deal of value. Again, make sure that you get your downloads before the end of tonight because it will expire. Okay. And so just know that the price points that they are most times, you know, even with the vendor list, people sell that separately. So again, but I hope you guys had a great time. I had a great time with you guys. I'm excited for what God is about to do just in me and you. Because even when I see these, you know, your businesses go up, man, I know for sure some of us are, you know, we're scared, but we're moving. We're moving. So you gave enough. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I gave enough. But I can't wait to spit it to you guys. And again, that's going to be something that's going to be our anthem, y'all. You know, for real. Because I didn't come from riches. You know, I'm for real. I mean, I wasn't raised in riches. Like, I literally had to get it out the mud. Like, I mean, and that goes back to people counting you out. You got to get, like, if you've ever been counted out, like, no, didn't nobody give me nothing. That's why I got this shirt. You see, it says, no rich parents, no handouts, no favors, straight hustle. And that's for real. That's me. I am straight hustle. Do you hear me? So whatever gift you have, y'all. And again, this is also my brand. This is my brand, Credit Worthy Apparel. So again, man, if this speaks to you, then I would love for you to rock my tee. Okay. I would love for you to rock my tee. And I'm also going to drop the link in that. So just in case you ladies want to rock my t-shirt, because if this speaks to you, because I know it spoke to me. Like, I ain't had no rich parents. My mama still ain't rich. You know, I ain't never had no handouts from nobody. I had to work for everything that I got. Real talk. Hey, girl, what's up? So I'm ending this thing. Most definitely wasn't raised in riches. Yep. You had to get it out the mud. Never ran from a struggle. Never ran from a fight. I know I didn't. But all right, y'all, I'm logging off this thing. I hope you guys, she said I need a t-shirt ASAP. I'm going to drop the link on it ASAP so you can purchase. And it goes, I believe, the sizes up to 3X. So we got all sizes on deck. Okay. All right. So Credit Worthy. Yep. So we just pinned that in the comments. And I would tell you the shipping time is a little bit longer than expected because of COVID-19. So I just want to throw that out there for you guys. But it has been rolling in a little bit faster because, you know, people are going back to work. But just make sure you're patient and but support your chick, support your girl. I would love for you guys to be rocking my tee. There are a great deal of other stuff, whether you have, you know, if you're on this thing, you're like, hey, I got good credit. I got something for you too. So, you know, just make sure you visit the site and you support your chick, because I'm always just trying to make sure that I'm, you know, creating value. And I would love for you guys to just make sure that you support your girl. So, all right, y'all, I'm logging off this thing. And again, make sure you share this video, whether you're watching the replay or not. Make sure you comment where you are actually chiming in from, whether it's Memphis, whether it's, you know, Texas. I want to know where you're chiming in from. And if you've gotten value, I definitely want to make sure you comment to say, this was amazing. And should I, of course, we're going to continue to have these, but more conversations like this. If you enjoyed the topic on tonight, make sure you let us know down in the comments, because I'm telling you, some of you guys stayed up for tonight. You probably be a little bit tired, but I'm hoping that this information that you receive is going to bless not just you, but your business, and that you go out and that you kill it. And again, if you have any questions, you can also email me at flyboss lifestyle@gmail.com. Any questions that you may have. And I am logging out. So I have enjoyed you guys so much. Y'all let me spit my rap on y'all. And I really enjoyed you guys. Thank you so much. Thanks for all of your nuggets. Proud of you, young lady. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much, Miss Belinda. You have always been my person that's been right there rooting for me. That means the world to me. So, I mean, you've supported me since Pretty Sweet Cupcakes. Man, Miss Belinda, I just want to say thank you for you. You know, I have somebody here that has supported me from the beginning. I mean, she bought cupcakes when I had cupcakes. You know, when I sold services, she, you know, supported me on services. She even came to my baby shower. So when life started happening and it, you know, happened to me, she started showing up for me. So I just say thank you, Miss Belinda, for everything that you have done. It does not go unnoticed. You are amazing. And of course, your children have a true gift. When you have a parent that's right there and just, you know, rooting you on, that is what's up. So I thank you so much for that. Thank you for being amazing at what you do. So, all right, y'all, I am logging out. Thank you all so much for chiming in. And to the next SHECave. Again, the next SHECave is not until, I think it's May the 27th. That's the Thursday, not next Thursday, but the Thursday after that. And again, be looking out for the actual page so that you guys can join the movement, because this is the last SHECave that will be on my personal Facebook page. So I hope you guys got a great deal of value. And again, we're taking it in the week after and we're going into the cave. So peace out, y'all. Bye.